Vemir and I, we just do not have brains that operate on quite the same wavelength, it seems. I'm probably going to be kicking myself. So, I mean, yeah, the cameras, they are for the transportation towers. I cannot figure out these cameras. It's so obvious, right? These are the colors for these. Of course, that would just mean those are the colors of the portals, which means it's the same color scheme for everything in this game, right? Because they always follow this scheme of green is Scarlatti, red is Falitsu, yellow is Mines, blue is Minerva, right? They all follow this scheme, which means that this, restating it is kind of just redundant, right? But, this angle, right, really makes me think. This color, this fuse icon. So I cannot get it unstuck, the idea that that's the association, right? And then these just don't give me color information at all, right? And I was just like, okay, so it's gotta be, I mean, is it the color of the outer ring? This is like a blue color. I guess you could call this brown. I don't know, they're all kind of the same, right? Like, where do I get color information out of this? I'm looking at this more closely now, thinking, is there any way I could associate this image with a particular color? Not just because of this location thing, but because of the stuff around it. Think of the witness, zoom out, right? Does something around this object tell me a color? Something in this camera shot. The colors don't have symbols, though, right? Like, the colors are just colors. They do not have associations. I'm looking at the reflection here, almost wondering if that is relevant. Is it like something in the reflection? It is kind of a strange reflection, right? I think that's just because it's a green camera. If I look at the other examples. And the weird thing is, there's no camera signal for that third one. But we're still meant to enter a color for it. So it can't just be something that you see in the cameras. There has to be a pattern to the color. And the cameras themselves do not have any discernible color on them. I'm trying to think. Because I thought it was the arrangement of the cameras in this view that told me the solution. Like, I totally thought, okay, the fact they're listed left to right like this here, that's the solution. But that cannot be. I mean, I guess it can be, but it doesn't tell me color information, right? Maybe it's to do with this, actually. Hold on. No, this is just, this is just here to, like, tell you that there's another spot you can view cameras. Or maybe this is the camera that's pointed at the Neyyah gas. That's a possibility, too. But I kind of interpreted it as, you know, this tells you that the Scarlini Towers is another spot. But maybe that's to do with that. That doesn't actually make sense because all of those cameras in that tower are here, so maybe that's just, you know, the old factory tower. And this is just no camera signal. We can't even click on this. Right? Staring at these, trying to, like, get anything out of them. You know, it's just in a metal background. There's nothing seemingly interesting about what's going on around this, right? It just seems like this is the target. Likewise, this doesn't seem... It doesn't seem... Like, there is some leaves on this that are green, I guess, but that doesn't feel at all like a conclusive thing, like a hint. I would actually be mad if the hint is that it had green leaves growing on it. This doesn't have anything growing on it or obstructing it, right? Okay, you know what? Before I go straight to hints, let me look up... Right, there was a thing on Glorfiak Beach supposedly we could do, and then I'm gonna go to Journey Tools. I mean, I don't know that there's anything we can do on Glorfiak Beach. I'm just assuming because in the Journey Tools there was a lot of empty space on the beach area here. So I feel like maybe there's something we are missing in that area. Because realistically, right, we're almost done this game. What could be laying on that beach? It's just curiosity more than anything, right? What could I have missed there? So yeah, this is the quick way to get there. Hold on. I always click left one frame too early here. Go over there. What's making me think this, you know, is that I looked at the Journey Tools, and there was a lot of empty space in the beach entry. That's literally why I'm checking this, because that must mean there's something I haven't done here. I don't see anything else to do here unless the game considers the beach to be a broader area than this. Cameras are just taunting me. I cannot figure them out. And there's the emergency chute that you would come through if you were, you know, hiding in that place there. Is there something to do with that emergency chute, maybe? Because I thought it was just blocked off with rocks. And that's the only way I could see there being more to do on the beach. Because that, to me, feels like a very done area. It does not feel like there can be anything else hidden there. Yeah, Yeah, so obviously there's this place, which I believe I'm done with. I don't think there is anything else I can do here. Does it say anything important? I think it's just going to say emergency exit chute or something like that, right? Or route to beach. Okay. Yeah, that's so blocked off. I feel like now I have all the pieces and I'm just too dumb to figure it out. Like, I have everything. I've seen every place. There's nothing else left. It's just this puzzle for lowering the Neyyah that clearly uses the rotating thingies on the board. And it's the other puzzle for the transportation towers, which clearly uses the information from the camera system in a way that I am not imaginative enough to figure out. I could go through rereading everything. I could reread a bunch of journals and a bunch of notes all over again. I reviewed them all not that long ago, right? Like, that's what I spent most of last episode doing. Or not last episode, but last play session. Just going around this room, looking for notes, reviewing notes. But I just don't know. I feel like this is trying to show me that so hard, right? Do the order of the wires matter? No, it can't be, because there's no sensible order to this. I mean, I suppose it could, right? This fourth wire, it goes, kind of into the second spot here, and then this, third wire kind of goes fourth. Would it be that insidious? Would it be that subtle what the clue is? And this I kind of solve without understanding, too, which adds to my frustration, because I don't remember what I did with this that put this in this state. This feels very much like the solution, right? But I mean, if I try literally typing this in, it doesn't do anything. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should try, typing in my best guess solution and then going to the old factory. Because maybe I actually have to activate it there. I'm going to redraw this diagram, because it's very confusing the way I drew it, because I didn't catch it was 1, 3, 2, 4 when I originally drew it. So I'm going to redraw this whole diagram, just to make extra sure that I'm doing this right. So this one, it's like this. This one is like this. Where it's 3. This one is like this, where it is half and half. And this one on the right is 4 bits. And I'm drawing these, I'm drawing them as clockwise rotations. Because these were clockwise, right? They're clockwise. I'm gonna disregard this cable overlapping detail as irrelevant. Probably. This is all this does, right? It just shows this. Now, hold on, wait a minute. How did I solve this again, right? I think there was something on this screen. Was it just these that were on the screen that I had to punch in and then it gave me these symbols? Does that mean that these rotation things are actually irrelevant and the relevant clue is these symbols in the center and I can ignore the things around them? Right, is that what I get from this? Because if the only relevant clue is the things in the center, is the, the fuse symbols, then, that kind of changes things. I just have to find a way to make these two different fuse symbol codes mesh with each other. But, yeah, I don't know. And I really feel like the solution I thought was correct, where it's just like, if this is to be interpreted as click the round one, the fully round one time, click this half, left one 3 times, click this top 2 times, click this right side 4 times. How else could you interpret this information? You could interpret them as rotations, but this is the problem I keep describing, right? This one where it's 3, you can't rotate that amount. They're all aligned to a grid, so you can't rotate them in thirds. Because then it would not be aligned to the grid anymore. You can only do 90-degree rotations of these. That's why I feel like it has to be clicks. Let me do what I did last time. Let's check the journey tools. What is journey mode? Oh, right, it's this. This would count as part of the leading towers, right? Also, why do these two have icons next to them, but these ones do not if I mouse over them? Wait, would it be the Neyyah zone? It requires a key to open, yep. There's a 4-digit symbol. Yeah, I've seen this. Obviously, it requires a 4-digit symbol code. It's a very simple map. There's really nothing else to this. Oh, uh-oh. Okay. That back button doesn't work for some reason. Okay. Yeah, see, where is this picture taken? It's on stairs above the beach area, and I think I've actually seen this walkway. Can you get to the place in this picture? Is it possible to get here? Oh, wait. The beach area is a much broader area than I thought it was. I recognize where this is. This is just through the, once you turn off the shield thing, just immediately after that. So yeah, this is a much bigger area than I thought it was. It's not just the the beach outside. So okay, there could still be something here yet that I haven't seen. Although it might just pertain to the transportation tower, honestly. Because that's the one thing here. It's noting down things that you've accomplished, right? And the transportation tower is in this area and I have not accomplished it, you know? So I expect that once I got that code right, that would show up here. And maybe that would cause other things also to show up here, you know, because there'd be more to do there after I put in the code right. Maybe. So I kind of expect that is what this blank space is for. Yeah, so the beach area, quote-unquote, is much bigger than I thought. That's why there's blank space there. And it's probably that blank space is for the transportation tower. That's what I assume. Apparently, there's something still not done at the lab HQ here. Something in this area that I've still not seen. Okay, so I think this order here is just a definitive order of, like... Because this is the same order that these islands are written on the computer over there. I think the order here is just, this is the definitive, you know, canonical order they are, right? Yeah, and obviously this doesn't do anything yet. So yeah, the position information on that computer screen over there with the rotations, it's pointless, right? It's just meant to convey that, you know, this symbol has this many rotations or this many clicks. But I tried both things and neither worked. But maybe I have to go to the old factory and confirm it over there, right? Maybe I have to enter it there, and then I have to walk that whole distance and confirm it there, right? It's possible. I'm running out of options, so I'm thinking I might try that next. Man, I can't wait to see how much other people struggle with this puzzle. Or not at all. Maybe they won't struggle with this at all. Maybe I'm the only dumb one who can't figure it out. Okay, I'm gonna try putting in what I believe is the right combination, and then going to the old factory. That's the only other thing I can possibly think of. I'm going to try that and see if that's correct. Because I'm fairly sure, again, like, you know, this is something just like with the transportation towers, where I feel like I have the right solution. I just don't... It just isn't. It just doesn't give it to me. So maybe I just have to go somewhere else to confirm it, and maybe that's all there is to it. I don't know. It didn't work with the Logic Tower that way, but maybe this works that way. I can dream. Because it would provide an explanation why this is different to every other thing in the game, right? I'm gonna try that. If that doesn't work, I'm done for this session. Okay, so this is the clue. Up, left, center, right. Which is the configuration I left it in last time. So, click this once. Click this one 3 times. Click this one. No, this one. Click this one twice. Click this one 4 times. That's what I get. And I've gotten this multiple times. right? Now go to the old factory. Will it let me do anything there now? Or no? Man, I can't believe I totally forgot about I read in a note that the solution to destroy a metal safe, and then I got a metal safe, and I didn't think of that exact thing. But I guess because I didn't even consider it an option of something I could do, because I didn't... Oh, whoops, not this way. Because I didn't even, know that I could send that cart off. You know, I didn't think it was possible to send that off. I thought that it was just locked there, and so it just seemed like I couldn't do anything with that. So does this do anything now? Activation required. Can we pull this lever? No. So I have the wrong combination. I was almost certain I had the right combination, but I don't. What have I got wrong about that? Because it cannot be rotations, so it has to be number of clicks. I would love to be able to say I beat Neyyah completely on my own. And I feel like I'm probably not off by that much, you know? I think I'm on the right track with it. I mean, really, I feel like my solution is the obvious right solution. So I don't know why it hasn't been just given to me as, you know, correct. And then confirmed as the thing that the game expects me to put there. I suppose I could review my journals one last time. Okay. Yeah, I still have one missing, by the way. There's still a journal I have not picked up. It's quite surprising, actually, this late in the game to have not picked one up, now that I think about it. So am I missing a spot that would have this journal? Am I missing a location? Or am I not supposed to have this journal yet? I was kind of under the impression that eventually we would get to Oluj, as Vemir wanted us to do. And when we got to Oluj, we would maybe find a journal by Smollox that would give his perspective. He does say, change locations of the transportation towers. Change locations of the transportation towers. How could I change? It's a weird way to word it, right? Change the locations of them? We obviously can't move the transportation towers themselves, right? We can input locations in the transportation towers on the computer there. The Zypherfish, I assume, is just a thing where... Okay, you know what? I'm desperate enough, I'm gonna try turning that thing off and see if the Bannock system comments on it when I turn it off. You know, see if that says anything. I've run out of stuff to do, but I really do truly feel that I just have the codes and I can't make sense of them. And I can't see how this would reveal information that would simultaneously solve both puzzles. Yeah, so there's a thing I can turn off here. I believe, and it was already on, but I think it has to be on, right? I think I'm going to get a bad ending if this is off. But let's try turning it off. Inactive. Now, does the Bannock's computer system comment on the fact that this is inactive? I don't imagine that this would reveal anything of importance to me, but I have to check if its status update has now changed now that I have deactivated that. This is not changed. This will probably go away at some point. That's probably the thing that can change. Yeah, it says inactive now, but that's all that's changed. Yeah. So it's really important that's active. Let's go back and activate it. It was already active, and all of the writing makes clear it is meant to be active. So let's not mess this up by having it be inactive. Turn this back on. To confirm, this is active. This is now active. Okay, we'll leave it like that. I don't know what to do now. I think it has officially reached the point where I just need to be told what to do. Yeah. I've run out of ideas. I'm really sorry. I tried so hard. It's been multiple episodes. I made good progress this episode. You know, I did get into the Lodvik Tower, and I messed around in there, and I opened the safe. I opened up the panel to lower the Neyyah, but I did not lower the Neyyah. And with that is really all that I could think of to do. I think that those 3 puzzles that I have not solved, the transportation tower panels, and the Neyyah lowering panel, I think I have the information for them. Right now, I just cannot devise how to interpret it. I don't know what to do with it, to enter it there, which is such a dumb thing to get hung up on after all of this work to get here without ever using any hint guide, but it is what it is. I said I would give it one more swing, and I did, and this is as far as I feel like I can get, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll save my game right here. And with that, I will see you guys next time. And I guess then I will inform you if I did decide to look up the answer or not, but I'm leaning more towards yes now. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.